Live video, ellipsis, recording.
Yeah.
Live. Recording.
I guess it's on.
Speech off.
Okay.
Phone. MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think it's on.
Bismillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Lessons at the barbershop.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. How you doing, Sheikh?
Good, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah. Me and the brother today, we rolled up in the barbershop and got a little bit of cleanup, checkup.
Yeah, he lit me up like a lot. I didn't want it to be like this, but hey, man.
Okay.
MashaAllah. I'm
right.
gonna get a lot of comments because brothers are like that.
So that's what you learn. You learn. You move back a little bit, Sheikh. You learn, and you earn, brother.
No, we're gonna get a bunch of comments because brothers be like chicks and looking at my facial hair to listen to my message. But
Okay.
it's all good.
All right. So, anyways, some of the lessons that I was able to benefit that people can learn from the barbershop is that the elders teach and mentor, while the youth, they should be listening.
Should be is the key word.
So tell us about the experience there with number one. What you seen from the barbershop today.
There were three. Well, there was mainly you two because I wasn't really. I get confused if too many people talk to me at once.
Yep.
So I kind of let y'all handle it. I kind of kicked in at the end a little bit, but y'all were trying to teach these two young guys. I don't know their names, but they were trying to talk about some financial intelligence, and you were dropping some stuff about rich dad poor dad, and that's interesting because a lot of people don't know that, and we got into the whole school system. Not teaching you how to actually be self-sufficient. Because, of course, employees pay more taxes than anybody else.
Yep.
So it's up to a government-run school system to make government-serving employees. That's kind of what people were trying to teach them. And they were kind of receptive to a certain degree.
One of them was.
One of them was.
Yeah.
But they, I think they're like 19 or 20 or something like that. So when you're that age, you know everything. Right? Like my stepdad used to always tell me that when I was like 15, 16. Why don't you move out while you know everything? Because that's how you think when you're that age, right? You know everything. He's like, I know everything. So you guys were trying to teach him something. And I would kick in here and there, but I mainly left it up to y'all.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it was rich dad, poor dad. And the barbershop owner was trying to kick something too. But he was more like, you were more empowering to them, while he was more like just, yo, stupid. Like, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was condescending.
Like, condescending, yeah. So you kind of bounced it out a little bit while he's like, you don't know nothing, you know. Like, he was more condescending. He was right in some of the things he was saying, but his delivery was kind of like, you're stupid, as opposed to, you're not stupid, you just don't know. There's a difference.
Well, you want to have insight with impact.
Yeah, instead of insults without impact.
Exactly.
Right? Insights, not insults. Hey, there you go.
There you go.
We did insights and no insults.
There you go. So, the thing there is
right
real
there,
real world experience. Like, these young kids are just in school. They didn't learn. So he started out by asking them, do you learn this in school? Do you learn that? Do you know how to balance your check? What else did he say? He said a bunch of stuff. Do you learn this?
He's about getting a woman too, like getting a girl to be with them. And I'm like, all right, like he's into
how to choose a life mate.
How to choose a life mate.
Yeah.
A life partner. Don't get one that complains about the wrong stuff. That was kind of cool, actually. He was talking about the ones that complain about nothing, like complain about texts. How come you don't respond to my text? How come, who's texting you? Like nagging, the complainer. And this could be for men and women too. It was in a male context.
Yeah.
But women should benefit from that too. You don't want a brother who's like that, who's going to be complaining about stupid things all the time.
That's right.
So we were talking and it was all men in the place. Well, two men children, I guess you could say. I don't like calling people boys. Man children, yeah, two of them.
Yeah. And
then us. So we're trying to school them a little bit, but it was nice. They went over a bunch of different stuff. I should have recorded that whole session. Wow, he was butchering me. Gosh, mashallah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never had my lihya this low before, like in a while.
Yeah.
All I did was get him to straighten it out, and he, went in. Anyway.
So. Point number 5: make sure you find a good barber. That's on my list there. That's a little shot at you, bro.
Nah, he's good, but I think because he's talking a lot, and he was kind of like trying to teach these kids, he kind of went in. Because I told him what to do, and I didn't tell him to do this here.
Yeah.
So I think because he was talking, and we were all talking, and he kind of got like a little carried away.
Well, one of the lessons that I was trying to teach these young boys is that, the world that they live in, the millennial world, they're only thinking of how to make money to kids their age. And I was saying to them, there's people that are 10, 20 years older than you that got money. Can you market services or products to them? Can you offer anything to them? And they're like, well, no, we have technology. We don't need to do that. I'm like, you need to get money from anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Try to figure out.
Anybody should be your customer.
Well, baby boomers right now, the youngest of them are from 1964.
Yeah.
So that means he would be 74, 84, 94, 50, 55? So they are retiring now.
Yeah.
So they're going to need services.
Yeah.
They're going to need medical services. They're going to need, like, therapeutic services. They're going to need these... Chauffeuring. They're going to need...
Yeah.
What are these people that do, like, massages and stuff?
Masseurs.
No, there's a word for it.
Masseurs.
Yeah, no, but there's another one. There's another chiropractors. They're gonna need all these like different stuff.
Yeah.
Right. That are gonna help them.
So we were trying to spit some game to these guys and just trying to talk to them, and one of them actually kind of seemed interested because we're telling them about all the loopholes.
Not the track. One of them was a track star.
All of the hardships that are going to come, and we're talking about the corporation known as the Bill Corporation. Can you tell us a little bit about them, Malik?
Yeah, I call it a family. Y'all call it a corporation. I call it a family.
Who's that?
And every month, that family sends his kids to your house. And it's the Bill family. And his children are many. Phone bill, light bill, heat bill, water bill, food bill, rent bill, and my personal favorite, child support bill. Child support bill is the only bill family that kid, he can put you in jail for.
Yeah.
At least
crazy.
here in this country and in America too.
That's crazy.
So those are the bills. So every month that family is looking for you. It's a corporation, but it's a family. And then they be sending their kids to your door, and they check for you every week.
Yep.
You must get one, or every so often you're gonna get phone bills, internet bill, cable bill if that's your deal. You're gonna get food bill, heat bill, light bill, rent bill, child support bill, medical bill. If you're in America, you don't have Obamacare. You get your medical bill. So Bill got a big family, and he be sending all his children to your family.
So if you don't got the skills to pay the bills, it ain't no
You
thrill.
ain't gonna get no
You're
thrill.
gonna become ill.
You can get killed.
And you might get killed.
No one's getting killed.
So these young boys, one of them just kind of looked like, I got my girl. I run track. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
He was a little cocky that one.
I got my little strong little body.
Cause the barber got him upset. Cause everybody in there is Afro Caribbean. So
except for you.
Except for
your team light skin.
Yeah, I'm team light skin.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what did he say? He said something to the effect that black folks don't know how to read or don't read.
Yeah.
I didn't say a word.
Why
he said that.
Why are you speaking bad about?
And
the
he
blacks?
got real mad. He took that real serious.
Yeah.
Why are you speaking bad about the race? And he got hot about that. And that's when I kept quiet.
Well, because we were talking about not reading, right? Like,
yeah.
What happened is that the guy was saying that black people, they don't read. So when I was saying,
but he said it. But again, he said it in a condescending way.
If you have knowledge, usually if you hide it, the knowledge is found in books. So I was saying to you,
but he didn't say it like that. He said that they hide things from black people by putting them in books.
Yeah.
He didn't say it the way you just said it. He said it in a very condescending way, and then young brother got really upset.
Yeah, he got upset. He got upset.
And I'm like smiling because I knew that would trigger him because he said it in a very, like I said, the barber was and none of these people are Muslims. I don't believe. I think none of them Muslims at all. So the barber was extremely he was right in some of the things he said, but he could have said it in a better way.
Yeah.
That's one of the keys.
Well, see, he's running a business. He's not a teacher.
Nope.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, he's a barber.
So I'm more of a teacher. He's running more of a business.
He runs the hedge clippers and
So he has an established business that he has a lot of clientele in, and I respect the guy still because he's still trying to kick some game to the young kids in the street.
Absolutely.
And he actually knows their name. He's like,
I don't know that he was calling them out their name, so he knew them before, so they obviously go there quite a bit.
Yeah, this is special effects, brother. We've moved now. One brother's asking us, he goes, your screen is weird. Yeah, we moved to a new level, brother. We're
my screen is weird?
No, mine.
Oh, okay.
We got the special effects here. We're in full effect and special effect.
What, do you got masks on us now?
No, it's in black and white, but it looks like it's raining.
Why?
Yeah, special effects.
1948
Yeah,
Casablanca.
it's okay.
What do you want, TCM?
Well, that's good. Special effects.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. You can't stay the same. You got to keep constantly moving around.
I didn't do that. I could do it, but I didn't do it. I just kept mine basic.
Yeah.
Basic, because it's, it is what it is. I don't mess with stuff.
Yeah.
when you can see it, then you could do that.
So, this is one of the things I had recommended some books for those guys to read. And one of them was actually, what's the name of that? And the other one was just like, I'm playing on my phone. I'm playing on my phone. Like,
That's their whole
Pay for a book. Pay for a book.
Pay for a book. Why would I pay for anything? I don't get pay for anything. Free sabilillah. Well, that's the Muslims that do that.
Yeah.
They do the free sabilillah thing.
Yeah.
By the way, my PayPal link is in the description. If y'all want to like get inspired and shoot something, you could hook a brother up if you like what's going on. I haven't been on Facebook for a hot minute, so I need to really work on that. Facebook is way too noisy for me, so I don't really like it that much.
So this is actually one of the oldest books that I ever bought about money. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
I heard about that.
More than 2 million books sold. The Success Secrets of the Ancients, the most inspiring book on the wealth ever written. So it's little books like this that, I read this book, like, I don't know how many years ago, 20 plus years ago. And there's lots of lessons in here that you can actually use them today. So so alhamdulillah, this is where we're at right now. And
That's what's up.
Huh?
You got a comment?
Yeah. So anyways, this is where we're at. We're in the barbershop, and we're able to get some benefit from over there, and we're able to talk with a bunch of kids. So, the outreach is not only in the Muslim community, outreach is actually, outside in the community. This is how I was found out in the streets. I met Imam Bilal Muhammad more than 27 years ago. Me and some brothers were in the streets. He knew one of the brothers, and then the brother, he said to us, "Hey, you know that I'm a Muslim. Would you like to come over to my mosque?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" And then we got the dawah from the Sheikh Rahimahullah, and alhamdulillah, that's where we're at. So
that's it. So it was fun, like just because we both got haircuts and stuff. So we both kind of sat there we were there for about an hour or more. Yeah, more than an hour.
Yeah,
because there was someone in front of us, and then those brothers came in later. And then you were up, and then I was up. So, and he was talking to them, and he mowed the lawn up here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So spitting live game, the old school heads. So this is one of the things is, I was trying to explain to some of the young kids that in the old days, because we were actually talking about the whole Nipsey Hussle thing, and the Kodak Black thing, and how some of the brothers were trying to put Kodak Black in check for him trying to holler at Laura London or whatever was going on. And the guy that was in the barbershop was saying, yeah, but these young kids, they don't want to hear all of that. And I was saying to him, no. The old heads, you got to kind of put these kids in check, because if you don't put them in check, then the generation after those guys is going to get worse. So, there has to be some funnel down where you kind of teach them certain etiquettes, man, certain mannerisms. and when they come around older men, how you behave and how you act and, what's respected.
This is generally the job of the dad. Or at least the older brother. This is generally the job of the older relative.
Yep.
But a lot of times now, unfortunately, in many households that there are no dads. The dad's kind of AWOL. And it's up to the streets to teach the kids stuff. Now, you can learn a lot of lessons from the streets. You can learn a lot of bad lessons, and that's probably the majority.
Yep.
But every now and then, like, someone can pull you up on something and teach you something, and you'll learn. Like, I didn't grow up with my dad. I did not. So I learned that way. And alhamdulillah, Allah guided me to Malcolm X and other people with that. Even though Malcolm was dead, I still learned a lot from his story, rahmatullah alayhi. So that's not always the case. Yeah. But it also depends on who you want to listen to as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to Malcolm X.
Yeah.
So there's guidance that Allah can guide you, but then there's also acceptance of that guidance that needs to be asked for as well. May Allah guide us and allow us to accept the guidance.
Yeah, I mean.
Because, you can be out here learning from a lot of different people. You can learn from people that are, selling narcotics and running up and down and doing what they do. Or you can learn from people that are positive. Positive is a bit slower and it's less flashy, but it's better long term. And a lot of young kids don't know that. That's unfortunate,
Well, see, here's the whole thing, too.
We weren't taught that. We had to learn that from them. So now the generations are getting worse because didn't nobody teach us. We learned it from listening if we wanted to listen. These guys don't want to listen no more.
No. Well, see, that's the thing is for me, I was investing my time and my knowledge and my expertise and my experience.
Sure.
I'm talking to some kids that aren't even Muslim in the street, in the barbershop, just trying to give them some game about life and wealth.
We could have just, honestly, we could have just sat there, talked among ourselves and gotten haircuts and left. But that's not what the vibe was.
See, here's the thing now. I believe in investing and also planting seeds. So I was able to talk with these kids.
Didn't Whitney Houston say that she believes the children are our future?
I think they stole that from someone else from even before that.
Really?
Stevie Wonder or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Stevie Wonder sang that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Someone sang that song before.
That was Whitney that did that. That's when I
she's not the first one to hear it. It's everyone's biting everybody. But anyways, the point was is that
I want to throw it in.
The point is that, you know, these kids, you never know, you know, they might come back 5-6 years and say, man, remember when the Muslim cats were spitting game to us? You know, something might click on, a seed that we planted, you know, might lead them in a direction that might be good. I mean, that's how I got the dawah, man. You know, I mean, I was sitting there watching as a young kid. I was watching, you know, different rappers, and I was listening to different people in the streets. And, you know, the dawah came to me, however it came to me, through listening to street cats. And, you know, this is one of the things. I mean, how many people would take the time to talk to kids that they don't know? How many?
I got mine from a Paris single, from a sample, Malcolm X sample. That's how it started. I just planted a little seed in my head. And then it all came from that little sample. So, like, you never know where it's going to come from. Hopefully, inshallah, they're going to listen. And hopefully they're going to take some benefit and, you know, come out on top for it. Allah guide them and us.
So
they didn't seem like they were bad. Like, they could have been anywhere else. They were in the barbershop hanging out. They didn't cuss not one time. So that was, like, that kind of shows upbringing too.
Yeah.
If you're not dropping a bunch of MFs and swear words and N words and S words and F words, and they didn't cuss not one time.
Well, one of them, the kid that we kind of like in terms of like gravitating towards him, he was actually very observant, because when you open up your wallet, he goes, "Oh, you got lots of cash." Ooh, he made this little mention, right? Whereas the other guy was on his phone chopping his girl.
Yeah.
You see, so it's little things like that. I was picking up to see if he was observant or not, you know. So those kind of kids, you want to kind of catch those kids, because those kids are going to be the hood superstar. Will be, you know.
Hopefully, that's the thing. Like, this whole idea of being positive and actually bringing positivity to yourself. It's important. Like, you have two choices, basically. You can go one way or the other way. You can be negative and bring negativity to yourself, or you can be positive and bring positivity to yourself.
That's right.
And it impacts your entire family, because your generations now break that cycle.
Yeah.
So you know, and I don't know if they got dads in their life. We didn't get into all of that, but if you're a productive man child, you'll grow up to be a man.
That's right.
You're not just a male.
That's right.
Males and men are very different. And every man at one point was a male, is a male, I should say. But males sometimes stay males. You can be 60 years old and be a male. Males are irresponsible, lazy, shiftless, and they don't produce nothing except a bunch of other males. Because that's the problem, right? Males produce other males generally. So if you've been produced by a male, then you have to break that cycle and become a man. So you could produce like men and women, as opposed to just getting a bunch of women pregnant and ended up with a bunch of kids all over the place, a bunch of males. So we didn't get into that too much, but we did talk about economic stability and financial independence and stuff. It was a lot of fun. It was cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You know, there used to be a time actually I would get invited to do some halakas in the city, and I had a couple of books like this book here and other books. I would teach some of the kids some of the stuff that's not taught in the masjid, besides just kids learning how to recite Quran. That's great. MashaAllah. How you going to earn a living? What kind of skills do you have?
Right?
That mentorship
Business
is not
stability.
being taught by any imam that I've seen in the city of Toronto. Maybe in some other place. But power economics and how to build, how to be team builders.
How to build a brand, how to promote it, how to build.
Where's that coming from?
They don't teach that.
Where's that coming from? You know, and
Brother, that's dunya.
And this is one of the things, alhamdulillah, you know, I think I'm the first person in my family, alhamdulillah, that I have an office where I can sit down and I can think and unwind and read and research. To me, that's very positive. I have an office. It's a small office, but it's a place for me to bunker down and to read and to learn. You know, this is something that
it's
young men...
It's a space outside of home.
Absolutely.
Because that's you know, when you're home, it's actually hard to work at home because you're comfortable. Your TV is there, your couch is there, your bed is there, you're comfortable.
Family's there to
your
interrupt
family's
you.
there to interrupt you. Like, your phone is there, personal business is
Absolutely.
everywhere. But when you come to an office, you don't have to deal with any of that. It's a work space.
That's right.
As opposed to a space that you work in. It's actual workspace. It's designed and designated for that. Like, you wouldn't put your bathroom in the middle of your living room. That's not your bathroom space, right? So you go to a bathroom because that's what a bathroom is for. It's for doing those things that are done in the bathroom. Offices are the same way. You leave your house and you go to your office. It's actually better. Now, if you can have a separate spot, like my boy from Islam by Touch has a garage where he's actually not in his house. He's close to the house, but he's not in it. Then that works out too. But you have to get out and go drive to your office. It's good. It's we come here and do little videos and whatnot. And it's a cool little relaxing spot to kick it in the libraries here, or a good portion of your library. Mashallah, a massive library. So that's here.
It's not as big as
It's an
I like
actual
it to be,
physical
but
office space.
alhamdulillah.
And then when you get clients, you don't meet them in a donut store. You meet
right.
them in the actual office, and it looks good.
That's right.
It's better for them to come through like that.
Yeah, and we pay rent for this place.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so it's a little piece of it's a little island that I come to. I'm able to check in. You know,
Refuge.
Yeah. Yeah, so it gives us some options to be able to sit down and hang out with my brother. You know, we work with some youth. We do some counseling over here. Alhamdulillah, some people have taken shahadas here, as well as we've done some marital counseling and some other spiritual counseling and life counseling and drug addiction and all kinds of stuff and some other crazy stuff that we can't mention.
SubhanAllah.
So,
confidentiality. But no one's doing this in the masajid, really, on a level like that. Like, you're not... It's good to teach the people what happened 1,400 years ago, and it's great.
Yeah.
But what about today?
Yeah.
What are we doing now? How are we eating? How are we building things? Like, وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا. Don't forget your share of the life.
Yep.
So it's not about saying, well, this is just dunya, and not teaching the people how to function.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you that people have businesses, and the same people that... The people that don't want to teach you about money are one of two people.
Yep.
Either they don't know about it themselves, or they have it and don't want you to know about it. Two kinds of people. Number one, either they don't want it for you because they don't know about it themselves. They're ignorant to it. Or they don't want you to be a competition for them. So they don't want you to know about money, how to build wealth, because if you don't have, how are you supposed to give?
Exactly.
You got brothers and sisters like starving in Syria and Somalia and places like that. If you don't build a wealth channel, then how are you supposed to help these people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why? You could pray for them, fine, but that's as far as your help goes. You're very limited in when you don't have anything.
But
I don't like poverty.
But see, this is the thing with people like Uthman ibn Affan. He was quite rich, so yes, he was.
Abdurrahman ibn Auf too.
Uthman ibn Affan is promised paradise.
Yep.
One of the top Muslims in the world.
Abdurrahman ibn Auf was as well.
Yeah, he was too. So the thing of it is yes, they were pious Muslims that knew a lot of texts and stuff, but they had some other businesses that were able to help support the dawah and the ghazawat and many other things.
Sure.
So this is one of the
Mensa
things.
Musa, another one. They were very wealthy. Mensa Musa from Mali. Was it Mali or Mauritania?
Yep.
Another one who had the equivalent of about $500 million today. Like he was the equivalent of almost a billionaire today.
So this is our business classes here. We have much more than this. We got all the Kiyosaki stuff. I got some more stuff at home. We got business school right here.
And I gotta say though,
business school right here. Try to get that book, business school.
The one who first put me onto that is Ibrahim Downey, man. Yeah. He's the first one to put me onto it back in the day. I listened a little bit, but
Poor Dad.
I'm listening to more now.
Smart kid, rich kid. Protecting your number one asset. The ABCs are writing a business letter. So yeah, just to let you know that I read almost all these books, alhamdulillah. So I didn't get a piece of paper. I didn't pay to get a piece of paper, but I paid money to get papers in a book so I can read them. And we're trying our best to put some of it into practice, inshallah. It's an investment. So, this is one of the things that we learn in the barbershop is that each one teach one, as they say. The youth are our future. And, maybe, if somebody didn't care to kind of spit game to me when I was young, maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe if Imam Bilal didn't come out in the streets that night and talk to me and one of my cousins and a couple of people, we wouldn't have found Islam. Yep. And then on top of that, Imam Bilal, he was from New York City, rahimahullah. He worked a job driving a forklift in the daytime, and in the nighttime he was hustling books. He was hustling aloe vera and a bunch of other stuff on the back of his trunk. So he had some side businesses. He used to wear a Moroccan fez, and he used to wear a suit. And on Juma he'd pull out his thobe. So, he had a little bit of game, and alhamdulillah, Allah guided me to meet him, rahimahullah. And, he had a big influence in my converting to Islam in the early 90s. Yep. Yeah, I played his board game before, alhamdulillah. Yeah, we played it before.
Oh, the Quadrant?
Cash Flow Quadrant.
Is it Cash Flow Quadrant?
We played it before, alhamdulillah.
Or no, Cash Flow Kids or Cash Flow something.
Yeah,
Cash Flow something.
Yeah, we played that, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I never played it with Downey. I won, I think, with Downey.
Yeah.
I won.
It was 4 hours. We still didn't finish the game, but yeah, it was good. It was good, man.
We didn't finish it once. We didn't finish it one time.
4 hours. 4 hours and we didn't finish it. Anyway, Sheikh, we're going to close it up, man. And you want to say anything else about lessons in the barbershop?
No, just a matter of being financially intelligent and not just being, be productive. You know what I mean? Be productive. Produce something. Build something when you're here.
Multiple streams of income.
Don't live here, but reside here. Right? Don't be a person who just says, well, it's all dunya and who cares.
Well, many people.
It isn't that. Allah, we're always told to ask Allah for dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana. Both. You get both. Qina adhab nar. And Allah is al-Razzaq dhul quwwati al-mateen. He can give you both easily. Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhum. They had both.
Yeah.
And they were pious. They were from the pious predecessors. They were the best of generations after the Prophet. So they had both. So if they had both and they were religious, how come we can't have both?
Well, see, brother,
it's a different world, sure, but
here's the thing.
Allah is not different.
Everybody's trying to build a house, but they forgot to build a home.
Well, that's part of it, right? Just have a financial stability. Don't sell your soul for it.
Sell your soul.
That's stupid. And they didn't do that. That's why I use them as examples. They didn't do that. They were both wealthy people who were promised Jannah.
Yep.
So you can actually have both. And why would a sister marry a broke brother? Like, why?
That's right.
And when I say broke, I mean I mean lazy as well. Like, to sit home, get upset. She wants dunya. No, she doesn't. She wants a place to put her head. Like, it's not about wanting dunya. It's about living here for a time and then leaving here with something good, inshallah. So that's my thing. I like laziness even as a blind person. I ain't never been lazy, man.
So these are some golden rules here. This is a book that everybody here that's watching or anybody who's gonna watch is a pretty good starter book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Apparently this book is like 2,000 years old or more than that. It gives you some secrets. Even me, I need to go back over it. I read this book, I think, like 2 or 3 times, but sometimes as you get older, things sink in later as you go. But I just wanted to say, inshallah, hopefully we'll get a chance to go to that barbershop again and, kind of talk with the business owner.
He won't be taking that lawnmower to my face again, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He needs to make that a little bit less little, because it was supposed to be longer than my hair, and it's not. My hair is short, but my beard was supposed to still be a little bit longer, but he went ahead and went in on it.
He went in on you. Yeah, Allah mustad. So anyways, assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, my brothers and sisters. This has been a Dawah Dynamics presentation. All across the nation. Assalamu alaikum. Finish.